The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Power Trading Hour, with your host, David White. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, David White.
Wow, well, we got a little volatility out here finally, and the Fed's out here. I was going through the notes as quickly as I can. Again, this is your friendly host. We'll go away from the pleasantries we normally have and get right into the news. Take a look at it. NASDAQ is up 10 now, and gold's hovering around that 1180. Got a few things else going on out here. Take a quick look. 2100 on the S&P cash volume. Actually fairly good for a Fed day so far. 1.8 billion shares. It's going to be all important about how the volume does come in the next few hours and which way this market goes. What we do know is, running through the Fed minutes, is that 15 of 17 of the Fed governors see 2 rate hikes before the end of the year. The other 2 see 1 and 1 and 1, and the other one sees 2 rate hikes in the first quarter of 2016. So I would say if 15 of 17 see a rate hike, that you're getting 2 rate hikes before the end of the year. The question is it October, December, or September, December? My guess is it's September, December. They'd want to be able to give, at least plan, a little bit of time for the market to adjust to it. But Fed fund rates, they were at about 95%. Before we went into this meeting, I bet they're 98% by the end of the day. And there's probably not a lot else to say about it than that. We are getting 2 rate hikes before the end of the year. Each one will probably be 1/4 of a point for a total of 1/2 point, which is basically nothing. It's like a dead cat bounce. You throw it out of a 100-story building, it's going to bounce a little. And just moving them up from nothing is not the end of the world, as the market has basically said it might be. But we'll continue to look at here. I'm showing, Dow's up 51, 2101 on the S&P cash. Again, not seeing a lot of volume roll through just yet. But that's it. They also moved down the yearly GDP forecast. And my guess is that we're probably going to be at flat growth over the next 6 months, as they put up interest rates even 1/4 of a point. And that's because most people don't know, or pretend that they don't know, that 30% of the S&P, its performance is basically based on 0 or free interest rates or free money. And any kind of change in that is severely going to affect the earnings statements over the next few months and years in this. Of course, the other big thing is the dollar index. They've been able to pretty much stifle it from moving anywhere. It's 94.86 at the last tick that I've seen, which is off about 13 cents. They're doing everything in the world, at least world governments, our government, to try to pin this at 95. I think they saw it go up to 100, started a lot of stocks heavily selling off, thought that was probably a little too much, and brought it back to probably the pain threshold. And I don't know if you could say anything more about that. Stuck at 2100 on the S&P cash. We'll be watching the volume. See if there's anything else going on out here. Just trying to make sure that we have the opportunity to get everything going out here. But until then, we'll get back into the usual stuff that we do.
Then it's all just a little bit of history repeating.
On this day in 1885, the Statue of Liberty arrives on a ship from in New York Harbor. They still have nowhere to put it, don't know what they're going to do with it. A lot of people say throw it back in the sea. Of course, it became the kind of the, between that and the bald eagle, I'd say that's the symbol of the United States now, if nothing else. In 1972, a bunch of bumbling burglars were arrested in the Watergate Hotel, bringing down a president. And in 1994, O.J. Simpson was arrested in a low-speed chase in a Ford white Bronco. And starting the era of you can't be guilty because a variety of reasons, but mostly race. But I think everybody figured out that he was guilty. I don't think anybody really believes he's not. But I do digress. Other things going on out there, of course, the euro market closed a lot earlier, off 0.4%. In the UK, Germany was off 0.6, and France was off a whole percent. I suspect the reason why is that France was doing a lot of business with Greece, and now that we've got into that part, it's a lot going to be a lot tougher. It never rains. It's been 1,352 days since the last major stock correction. Greece, of course, we continue to have people talking about that. And the Central Bank of Greece is saying that there will be frogs descending from heaven, that the rivers will run red with blood, and get ready for real wrath of God stuff when the Greeks leave the EU, unless you reach a deal with us very quickly. I don't think anybody's buying it, but they are squawking out there. I think if there is a deal to be had, probably not until this weekend, and my guess, probably never. I don't think politically they could ever get by with it. They can continue telling the giant lie that no one's going to have to work, everything is going to be wonderful, and everything's going to be free, and it ain't going to happen. FedEx, of course, came out with disappointing results this morning. Package delivery company reported a slight miss on both the top and the bottom lines, which is very interesting since they picked up a great deal of business. The company blamed the shortfall on special charges related to its pension accounting method and a stronger dollar and lower fuel surcharges. They were making a lot of money when that fuel surcharge went their way, and now that those are off and they can't gouge everybody for them anymore, it is problematic. Not off that bad today. Adobe, of course, was another one out here. It had weaker than expected sales forecast for its current quarter, even though it reported earnings per share that topped analyst estimates. In the second quarter, revenue came in line with Wall Street's view. Sales are up more than 8%. I'm thinking that they are probably at the height of what all their subscription sales are going to give them for the near future. I think it pretty much ramped up, and at one point you're going to have the glass totally full, and I think that's what we have now. It's just not going to be able to get that much better for Adobe and their suite of programs for the artistic among us in technology. T-Mobile is continuing out there. I think it was yesterday someone was asking about all the companies, and I kept on saying that T-Mobile is doing one thing, and that is trying to make sure that it becomes a big enough irritant that someone has to buy them. And actually, we're getting a bid coming in from Europe. German magazine says that the company Deutsche Telekom is in talks with Comcast about a potential. Why Comcast? It's actually T-Mobile. I don't know why it says Comcast. Oh. Is that right? Maybe it's Comcast is going to buy? I'm going to have to read this article again. Maybe I got it wrong. On Wednesday, the FCC alleged AT&T's practice of slowing down speeds of unlimited data users and failing to tell them that their speeds could be slower than other customers violated transparency's obligations under the agency's old net neutrality rules, which have been around since 2010. Basically, the lying skunks at AT&T and other providers themselves. The $100 million fine here, but today, by the way, by the FCC. They can appeal it, but very few of these things. But the smelly skunks at AT&T, which lied about having unlimited data. It was unlimited, I don't know how you can say it's an all you can eat buffet. You can't take any with you, but it's all you can eat. But as soon as you eat more than someone else there, you can't eat it anymore. It's not an all you can eat. It's what we decide you can eat. And good on you. I hope that they start finding the rest of the people out there that were doing this. Don't say all you can eat if you're not prepared to back it up. Or in my case, when I go to a buffet, it's all I can stand, which is not very much. I'd much rather have a little bit of quality food. And Google, Nest has some new products out there showing today, a new drop cam like security solution. They have new versions of both the thermostat and a second generation smoke detector. A lot of very, very smart products compared to the kind of dumb products we've had forever out there. Google, people a little few kind of under fire. Let me put it that way. We had Hank Greenberg, basically going after them yesterday on CNBC, saying that their accounting and the way that they're doing the accounting for option-based compensation to most of the higher ups out there is probably not doing it justice, and saying that there may be additional problems with Google in the future because of it. And my guess is that they had this sitting on the shelf ready to go. They're going to start showing how Nest is going to start paying off for Google in the Internet of Things. But several new products today, actually 3 from Nest, and it'll be interesting to see how that goes out. It is a mad, mad, mad market. We're going to get back to what's happening out here again fairly quickly. Get the charts up out here and take a brief look in here. 2099 on the S&P cash, so not having a whole lot of movement, up 3 points, and volume still pretty lethargic, 1.91 billion shares. So a whole lot of nothing. It looks like the market is taking what it got in stride so far, and I don't see a lot out here that says anything different. We're off 25 cents on the dollar index, and I think that's about it. Going to look at a few stocks out here. Tesla up fairly strong today. Very interesting for the news. What it is doing is basically testing this previous high of November 18th in 2014. It was at 259.99 with 6.1 million shares. It pierced it today. I think it's going to close back below it at 260 and needs 6.1 million shares before the end of the day. In the meantime, give me a call at 877-927-6648. Email me at path@tfnn.com. Post a message in the den and get in touch with me.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Thinkorswim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Dave takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
And when we come back, we'll be, after the next break, we'll be listening to Janet Yellen speaking. And I don't know if there'll be anything to actually get out of it, but my guess is this will dampen the market's movements, at least for a little while. She'll have a few questions after her statement, and we'll probably look for this to be over about 3:15. So that's pretty much all we've got to look forward to right now is her speaking for a little while, and I don't know if there'll be anything else. Of course, I'm expecting a little downward movement. I don't know when it will be over the next few days, maybe into next week, but I think I'm looking for a...
There will be a giant sucking sound.
I think that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, you can call me at 877-927-6648. That's 877-927-6648 if you would like to. Yeah, because it's probably not going to be happening here until she's done speaking. I don't think she's going to say anything untoward. I think she's done that once, decided to figure out that it's probably not the right thing to do. Anyway, we'll continue on. Anyway, we're looking at the IWM out here. Markets kind of drifted off of that high last time I looked. The S&P's at 2095. We've got the Dow at 17,902, and gold's up $1. So pretty quiet market, and I think we're going to be flat probably until they're done out here talking, which is normally about 3:10, 3:15, maybe earlier. I don't know if she's got that much to say, and after she gets a few questions. Anyway, looking at the IWM, that's starting to tell us a lot. We had some decent volume yesterday. This 13 million shares so far today, as we go up to that 127.13 high from April 15th, which is probably going to tell us a great deal. Kind of interesting to see this. The idea, and they keep pushing it, is that small caps will be less, have less exports, so a stronger dollar hurts them less. I suspect that that is something that Wall Street's just pushing around. These stocks actually have worse problems because trying to get any cash becomes incredibly hard in an up market. The one thing that truly gets cash are startups, and that is looks like that's not going to be abated. But not a lot of these companies that are startups in the IWM. There's a few, but it tends to not be the big deal that a lot of people are talking about. Anyway, let's see what we got going on out here. We talked about T-Mobile, and yeah, TMUS. It is Comcast maybe considering a bid for T-Mobile. Like I said, T-Mobile's just going to be an irritant until someone buys them out. Going to continue dropping prices until it hurts somebody else enough that they just buy them and put them out of the misery. This is taking T-Mobile back up close to their highs, not the huge volume today you would think. So maybe a lot of people are not short this, thinking already that it could be a takeoff possibility. It's going into the high of, what is that, June 4th of 2015, $40.77, 18 million shares. It's got 5.8 today. So doesn't look like this thing is getting a lot of juice out here. FDX, let's take a quick look and see what this guy is doing. It's been in tough road for a while. And I don't know if it's going to change anything. I mean, a pretty big hit today in the scheme of things. But what else can you say? We've been talking about this one for a while and how it needed some fairly decent volume and never got it. Basically a sign of strength through the high. It was basically duplicating most of the highs that we saw out here December 23rd, January 22nd, February 18th, March 17th. It got back in there, but you never had that huge volume days that broke through those previous highs. Continues to be problematic, but it's back in the trading range now, and that trading range looks to be down to about 163 bucks. There's a couple of lows back down there. There's a gap at 162, and I don't know if that's going to change a great deal of what's going on. What else do we have? We talked about Adobe. Let's take a quick look at that. ADBE. Of course, a little light out here. It was off about 1.5%. But again, this is another stock that just anything above 77.56 has been suspect for me, as we didn't get a great deal of volume anytime up at these highs. We basically got about 5 million shares. Is one of the strongest days out here since that December 12th high. Anyway, make sure and give me a call, 877-927-6648. See you back after the break and when Janet starts yakking. Oh, we'll play the themes. Got people asking me to play the themes. We'll play the Janet Yellen themes. I promise you.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
And we're back, and Janet Yellen is speaking, so I think we should give her the trader's prayer out here. For our Janet, who art in finance, hallowed be the Yellen. Thy auctions come, thy bills be done, in twos as they are in sevens. Give us this day our daily fed, and forgive us our treasuries, as we forgive those that default against us. And lead us not into recession, and deliver us from deflation. For thine is the borrowing, the easing, and the printing, forever and ever and ever. Amen. Yep, and we're back. Well, we've given the Janet prayer. We'll play the other song at the just before the break up here at the top of the hour. But I don't know what else we can do about that. It is going to be nice. But yeah, probably 3:15. She's speaking. She's speaking and she's speaking. And she's speaking. So I don't know if there's anything to do, but get right to it and start looking at a lot of these stocks that are moving. And we'll look at some of the stocks that I think are interesting. Kwaihu, these little Japanese Chinese companies are bouncing around a great bit, up 7.5% today. Kwaihu 360 been kind of bucking the general trend of the Chinese market, but looks to me like it wants to go back up and test the $76.70 high from November 20th. Volume actually fairly good, kind of pulled back out here today, but looks like it's still got that 76.70 on its radar. HRC. And this is a wow. You know, this one's set up. This could be quite interesting. Real Hom Holdings, HRC, up on huge volume. If this thing gaps down, you could certainly have a gap away on this guy out here. So I want to be watching that one tomorrow. MIDD. Quickly look at this one. It is cresting through the highs. The Middleby Corporation. I have no idea what this company does, so let's take a look at it. Looks like it's going to have the volume and it's going to break higher. Doesn't look like it's a sign of strength so far. We'll have to see. Markets distributes and commercial services of food service, food processing. I wonder if they were into pink slime. And residential kitchen equipment. Nah, doesn't sound like it. Sounds like they're all in the devices that make food. Canada, Asia, Europe, Middle East, and Latin America companies. Commercial food service equipment group segment, cooking and warming equipment. Thought maybe they needed to warn people about the food, but nope, that's it. So the segment provides conveyor, convection, baking, proofing, deck, speed cooking, and hydrogenation ovens and ranges and fryers. So that could be it. Yeah, it's got to watch this and see if it closes back below 110. That would be problematic. You really, I mean, you got the sign, you got the candle here. You need the volume at the end of the day. And I'm wondering what would be the impedance for a company like this to do a lot more. I'd probably have to check out a lot more in it. Did you know Juno? Well, Juno is not in the know because it's off almost 10% today. Juno Lighting. A lot of industrial lighting and business, and we've been talking about the pullback in this sector, and from the Gartley patterns that set up in the retail housing businesses. But Juno Therapeutics, is this right? Yeah, this is Juno Therapeutics. This doesn't have anything to do with lightning or lighting. Okay. Oh, under lockup pressure as its December IPO expires. So that's all there is to it. At least what it says here. So under pressure. Anyway, decent volume in a bigger trading range. You basically have an untested low back down here at $40. So maybe another $10 down lower. Why does it say Juno Lighting? I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on out here. EGN. Then we'll get into the stocks I do know. Energen Corporation, EGN, announced an offering of 5.7 million shares. So they're going to dilute the holders of the current stock. A lot of volume in this thing. Looks like this thing, with the volume it has today, back down to 57.50, which is the January 7th low, where this thing kind of meandered on the way back up, but it looks like it's going to take the elevator back down. Anything else? We'll look at the stocks that I want to look at from now on. Aspen Technology, I've been watching this one closely. Last high came in with 1.4 million shares. Tried to bust through. It's back into the trading range today. That's AZPN on that one. And I don't know if you can say anything more about it than that. Looks like it's failed to me. There wasn't a lot of energy. The energy in this last leg from May 7th up to the high today had about half the energy from the March 10th low to the April 30th high. And you had that pullback, just no real juice other than one day when it kind of went sideways for the most part. But back above its highs out here, not doing a lot. When we take a look at this guy real quickly, Aspen Technologies provides software and services to the process industries worldwide. The company operates in subscription and software and services, develops software that optimizes the design and operation of process manufacturing plants, the management of the supply chains of energy and chemical companies. Okay, so they make all the software that goes in these industrial machines. So Lucy doesn't have to chase the chocolates down the conveyor belt, so far as I can tell. Anyway, what do we got going out here? Up 6 points on the S&P cash. Let's see what volume looks like. 2.1 billion shares of volume. Still not all that exciting. I'm noticing that a lot of my stuff looks like it's off. So could it be that it's gotten this slow? Don't think so. I think there's a lot of bad ticks coming out here, and maybe someone's pulled the plug on what's going on. I notice it doesn't match some of the other things I'm looking at. Okay, we looked at Aspen, BHP, Bilton Limited. Some of these energy stocks been out here banging away at these lows. It did test it on June 9th, the major low. $42.15. It was going against the January 14th low that had 5.5 million shares, 3.4 million shares on that day. Had a little gap up. Now it's just kind of going sideways out here, which is basically what these are doing. Most of these stocks, I would probably be long these if the energy off that May 1st high down to that June 9th low wasn't basically the same as the way up. There's not a real good indication that these things are out of these lower trading ranges, so we'll continue looking at that. Another energy stock we've been kind of stalking out here is Synovus. CVE is the symbol on this. Certainly light volume, but not a lot of sign of strengths off the bottom or any kind of big sign that the energy is totally out on this. Doesn't look bad, but not good enough for me to buy, but certainly I wouldn't be shorted anymore. The December 16th low at $16.11 had 7.4 million shares. We came into that, busted it, blew it away. June 8th got down to 1582, 1.7 million shares. Things kind of been going sideways. You got a little doji out here today. Volume, not that much. Just went up and tagged a gap that it had from the 26th of May. So again, not a lot out here to really signal that this consolidation is over. But I like the setup from December to here, lower trading range. And if energy did turn around, there's some stocks out here that you could buy. Chevron is another one of these. Had a high volume low and spiked down on January 30th with 20 million shares at $98.88. Got to it yesterday, went below it, closed back above it. Got a little indeterminate out here. Again, what I dislike is the energy on these last legs down was too much. And that basically says at best you can hope for a U-type recovery. You're not going to get a V-type recovery. So we'll keep an eye on that. And what do we got out here? Up 75 on the Dow right now. 2104 on the S&P cash. So we are trying to get back up here a little bit. We'll see what else is going on out here. If you're looking at penny stocks, pennies from heaven. Old fuel cell company, FCell, has come down and finally tested its low yesterday on half the volume. Again, energy on this last leg down wasn't bad. It actually shrank, but normally that means you're going to get a couple of bounces out here. But if you're looking for pennies to play, pennies to make dollars, which is always a good thing, asymmetrical plays, keep an eye on fuel cell out here. It looks interesting. GFI, Goldfields, these gold stocks kind of getting to where I was talking about for the last, 6 months. I've not been real bullish on gold stocks for the long term. Now, some of these had some big runs and some people made some money. I just didn't see it. I would rather buy this thing at lows that have been severely tested. And Goldfields looks like one of these that's starting to do it. Of course, gold's been going sideways and doing nothing here for several weeks, and that is also something that I like. I like everybody to be bored and look away when this thing really starts heating back up again. I either want people to be scared out or bored out. Either one will do. And it looks like we're starting to see at least some people bored out of these gold miners. Goldfield, not bad volume out here, at least for the previous low. As long as this stays about 310 or above 310, not a bad play out here. Again, just the energy off this last leg says more of a U and less of a V kind of recovery. So even though the volume's down here, I cannot buy it. I want to see this last leg that started on April 29th that came down and finished yesterday. I want to see that energy really decline. It hadn't been big, but you did have a couple of big days, especially this gap down on the 7th of May that came down with 12 million shares. That that tells you more U recovery than V recovery, and why I'm not clicking my mouse to buy it now. If that had been very light volume, I would have been all over it. Another stock with a very light volume has been Garmin Gia. It's Garmin Limited, GRMN. It is the company that, of course, makes a lot of GPS equipment. I've been thinking that these companies were extremely long in the tooth if they didn't come up with new products. They tried dash cams, that kind of stuff, and seemed to bridge the gap for a little while. But the weakness in the core business of making GPS equipment seems to fade with everybody having a GPS in their watch or in their cell phones, whether or not you really need a specialized piece of equipment from them. And of course, a lot of the airlines upgraded to equipment for them, for their pilots, and they had a big hand in that. But that upgrade cycle's over too, and this stock's been in trouble. Well, February 13th, this thing was 57 bucks. The one nice thing is it looks like it may be finding a little bit of sand under its feet, so it's not going to drown out there in the ocean. The April 6th low at $44.57, 2.2 million shares, came into it with 1.1 million shares 2 days ago on Friday, or yeah, on Monday. Yesterday, a little pullback into the trading range, kind of flat out here now. And again, one of the better looking stocks out here. This last leg had very light volume. If there was a stock that you just had to buy out here in a pulling back market, this probably wouldn't be bad for 2 or 3 points to the upside. Could get all the way to 48 bucks. So not enough meat on the bone for me, but one of the better looking patterns in the charts out here. Looks like the markets are trying to heat up a bit, and maybe she's saying something. Obviously made considerable progress toward maximum employment. Looks like some of the headlines. 2105 on the S&P cash. Take a look at the volume, 2.16 billion shares. We come back. I'm going to have a little treat.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Tom O'Brien, professional trader and educator, founder of TFNN. Also, a special guest on CNBC. Tom will bisect and dissect the markets. The Tom O'Brien Show, next on TFNN.
Well, she's talking a little dovishly today. Of course, what she's saying now is a little bit different than what they said in the meeting notes. So where's the truth on this? Well, I made a little bit of video.
Hey, China yelling, you got to let me know. Gonna raise or let it go. You say zero rates are mine. Is it QE for all time? So you got to let me know, 'cause the minutes do not show. It's always ease, ease, ease. Glad them bears are on their knees. One day it's blue sky and it's black. So if you want me off your back, well, come on and let me know, 'cause employment's gonna blow. Gonna raise or let it go now. Gonna raise or let it go now. If you raise, there will be trouble. And if you don't, it will be double. So come on and let me know. Disinflation bugging me. You want money to be free. There are bubbles everywhere. Do you really even care? So come on and let me know. Don't blame it on the snow.
And that's my tome to her. She doesn't seem to be able to give a straight answer. They dodged it again today, but they're taking her cues as dovish. And certainly, if you read the minutes, they are not. They are pretty much saying we've got a huge, we've got 2 interest rates coming before the end of the year, and you can either pick September or October for the first one and December for the second, and 15 of the 17 governors are saying that. So is she going to be able to block them all from raising it? I don't think so. I think that they are smart to know that it's time to put some, to save a little bit of gasoline. We don't want to have about a 2-minute reserve after flying across the ocean to land in Hawaii. We probably want an extra hour of fuel in the plane, just in case if the winds are a little stronger or something else. And if you don't put that gasoline back in the tank, you're not going to have it when we run into trouble. And I think all the Fed governors know that now. The other thing is the Fed has always waited too long to raise rates every single time. Will this be a little different? I don't know. My guess is that the problems that they're causing are now bigger than the problems that they're solving. And if you read the notes, I believe that's probably the truth. She wants to sugarcoat it for the rest of the folks out there, as I call them, rubes. And that will be it. But just one man's opinion. Who knows? She could change anything else, and maybe she'll say something here before the end of the day. But we got another 15 minutes of this water torture before the market starts trading. In the meantime, so when you can, not when you have to. We'll see you here tomorrow, same bat channel, same bat time. And hang on for Tom O'Brien. You'll be able to call it as soon as she's done yakking. And we're back to trading. See you then.
Larry Pesavento has just announced a new service that is designed specifically for technical traders that follow Fibonacci patterns in many markets and are always on the lookout for profitable trade setups. Larry will be sending his subscribers a constant stream of charts and videos whenever he finds formations and trade setups in the market you need to know about. And each Monday morning you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary on the charts and videos that he sent out, as well as what to expect for the week of trading ahead. Larry's first issue will be delivered this coming Monday, and in the days remaining, we're offering a special launch promotion where you can get a full month of Larry's new service, Fibonacci 24/7, for only $47 with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Larry has already started sending out charts and videos to his subscribers that have signed up, so don't delay and sign up now. You can sign up for Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 right now by visiting the front page of TFNN.com.
You're watching Tiger TV.